Good day, Coach Bengo here from our training room turned to a training studio. Today I would like to speak to you about, how to manage your business, your small business, manage small business during coronavirus. How do you do that? And I just want to give you some pointers. It's been a struggle for me. I am into the training business and it has been a challenge. And these are some of the things that I am doing, and I would like to share them with you and see whether or not some of them can suit you in your business. The first thing that we have to do is to assume the worst. So the first point is assume the worst. Meaning that assume this is going to last for a long time. Don't think that it will end tomorrow or it will end next week. Give yourself an idea that it is going to last for a year. Now, it may not last for a year and it may only last 2 or 3 weeks, but for your planning purposes, you must assume the worst. So therefore, throw yourself out and assume that this is going to last for another year. The first thing that you want to do is that you have to adapt your business model. So I want to say, so you're assuming the worst. And the second point is that adapt your business model. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by adapting your business model? I am adapting my business model. This is our training room traditionally, and we would have people gathered in here and we will do training. However, because of the coronavirus, we can no longer do in-house training because we can't gather people here. It's unsafe. So we have had to adapt our business model by converting our business into a training online business. And therefore, we are now using the camera and we are using the space and converting it into a training studio where we are going to do it online. So how can you adapt your business model? How can you change the way you are going to sell your products? And how can you change the way in which you are going to deliver your products? What are going to be your products? Can you change those products? Can you adapt those products in any way? Should you come out with a new product line? So one of the things that you want to know is that your small business cannot be business as usual. If you're assuming the worst, and the next thing you have to do is to therefore say, well, I have to adapt my business in a model that will suit this new studio, this new way of doing things. So that's the second point. The third point is that cash flow. You want to make sure that you have your cash flow. So third point is cash flow. As I've said so often to you in my training, cash flow is the lifeblood of your business. And therefore, you cannot afford to run out of cash. And therefore, you have to make sure that your cash flow is working at all times. How do you do this? I think one of the first things you have to do is to go and speak to your bankers. You have to speak to your bankers and tell your bankers that it cannot be business as usual. It cannot be, you don't have a steady flow of income in the way you used to before. And therefore, you have to be able to say, well, okay, what am I going to do to change this? So right now, both I've heard about Republic Bank and Scotiabank looking to offer opportunities in the deferral of loan payments. This is not a forgiveness of loans, but a deferral, meaning that you will pay at a later date. Take advantage of that. Some of the banks are offering that they will consolidate loans. Take advantage of that. Call your suppliers, see if you can defer payments. See if you can defer some of your rental payments. Look at your expenses and see wherever you can defer or postpone payment. So you want to make sure that you have cash in the business to be able to run the business. And therefore, you want to make sure that you're only spending cash on critical things. So you want to be able to look at that cash flow. Make sure, take advantage of everything and look and see wherever you can reduce the outflow of cash in order to make sure that you have sufficient cash for the incidentals, for the crucial things. Now, it may be, if you are dealing with your bankers, it may be that you would need more cash. You have to speak to your bankers. The next thing you want to say is that you want to be able to have, and this follows from that cash flow, you want to have a time space. Meaning that all of this takes time. You can't do this thing overnight. You can't change your business model in one day. It will take you time, and therefore you have to be able to analyze the situation. And therefore you have to be able to buy time with your cash flow. You want to be able to assume that this is going to take long, and therefore you want to be able to have time. So one of the things that I had to go and do and go to our bankers and then say, like, can I access the 6 months deferral of payments on our loans? So you want to be able to look at that, see how it is that you're going to buy time, because you need time in order, if you are going to adapt your business model. You're not going to be able to adapt your business model overnight. So you want to buy time, and you want to buy time by making sure that you have sufficient cash flow. The next thing you want to say is that you want to continue to market. You know, that's a crucial thing. Continue to market. Don't stop marketing. You have to be able to market continually. So don't stop and therefore say, well, I will wait until this subsides because no one is buying now. When you market now, when things improve, people will come back to you. So you want to take this opportunity to make sure that you're consistently marketing. You're not going to stop marketing. You're not going to stop advertising. I remember some years ago while I worked at Coca-Cola, in that one of the things that we had was a situation in Mexico. And in Mexico, there was a recession and everyone cut back on their advertising. Coca-Cola did not cut back. And when, therefore, things turned around, there was an immediate spike in Coca-Cola sales. So therefore, one of the things you realize is that the advertising during that period paid off. So you don't want to stop advertising. You want to keep on making sure that your products are in the minds of the consumers and maintain top of mind. Now, this is going to be good because many people are going to cut back on advertising. So therefore, you will be able to get a greater share of voice. You will be able to get top of mind. So you want to be able to continue marketing. The other point I want to make is that you want to collaborate. This is so important. In that small businesses are not standalone businesses. They have to network with each other. Big businesses can stand alone, but as a small business, you have to be able to collaborate. So one of the things that I'm doing is that I'm calling other small businesses to find out what are they doing. Can I offer some services? Can they offer me some services? And therefore, when we collaborate as small businesses together, can we unite our product delivery? Can we get one person to be delivering products and therefore picking up from a number of us? We have to be able to look at possibilities of collaboration. Collaboration for a small business is important. And I will even say that you want to extend your collaboration to your suppliers. Can you purchase from other small businesses? Can you collaborate with your customers who may be small businesses? And when I use the word small business, I'm speaking about even if you're running a household, even if you're a one-man show. You know, recently there was this book, it became a bestseller, $100 startup. And in that, the entire book spoke about a number of people running one-man shows, one-man business models. And therefore, it is possible. So when I speak about small business, I'm speaking about micro, down to one person running a business, up to a group of about 10 persons in the business. So you want to run your small business and you want to collaborate. And then the last thing, which is not the least, probably is the most important, in that you want to be able to pray. And it may seem that it doesn't fit, but it fits more than ever. You want to be able to pray that God will give you the faith, that you will be able to have the confidence, that you will be able to have the fortitude. You know, recently I posted on our Small Business Network Facebook page that the Pope said that at this time, persons should pray for patience, and they should pray for fortitude, for courage. And I think that is the way for businesses. And you want to have patience, and you want to remember that we are assuming this is for the long haul. And we are assuming the worst, meaning that we're thinking that this is going to last. But we are also assuming that your business will last. Now, I believe, and there may be others, and probably we'll do another session, and then if I want to do a series of programs, what can we do to manage our small business during the coronavirus? I would like you to respond to it. I'm going to put this up on YouTube, and then I'm going to put a link on our Facebook page of Coach Bengo Small Business Network. Please subscribe, and please join our Facebook page, like us, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and look for Coach Bengo on YouTube, and look for our page, Coach Bengo Small Business Networks, and subscribe. Hope to see you there, and we will be here together when it is all over. I assure you of that.